sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are dying in the city. I have to help them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael we will meet in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
Need more mana.
He's coming to kill us all!
Gate! Need more time. I need mana. Needs more time.
Stop!
Go out into the streets. It's the end of the world.
That is why I have come. I need more time.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
I see no demons here. Only innocent people.
Define innocent.
Not ready yet.
That is a look.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
You're getting too good at this.
Needs more time.
Ah, we found you.
Tyrael, why does Malthael wish to destroy this city?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
We are the offspring of angels and demons. But when Malthael looks upon us, he sees only demons.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me!
Not here. I cannot do that here.
Just arrived in the city and you're dragging me to church?
Akarat's bane! This is worse than I feared.
What could this be?
A death maiden! Stop her!
Nevertheless, your soul will be mine.
must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
There must be an end to this bloodshed. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
Is there a way we can determine the purpose for which he took it?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
You must discover its secrets. Until then, I will go bring peace to the city. Not here.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels.
How did this come to pass?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Death does not devour the spirit. It sets it free. Malthael is lost in darkness. What do you hope to learn from studying that fragment of the Soul Stone?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
Why have the Horadrim come back?
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Do you know what the Death Maiden was trying to do in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Not for long. The Soul Crucibles turn the bodies of the dead into the Reapers. That is the truth, is it not?
Sadly,
But the Death Maidens are angels?
their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Be not ashamed. You live to care.
My wares. A hero comes to save us! That won't bring my wife back, though. Will it?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakis to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith,
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakis, haven't you? Its location has never been found.
I keep hearing things.
Is there anything on your mind?
Yes. I've never seen mirrors.
And your wife still?
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
I can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die and now...
What troubles you, my friend?
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather...
You ask, who's to blame for this?
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
The spirits speak to me always. At times, their voices are clear. Sometimes, I hear the voices of those that
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory.
To know why your sisters died, you must learn this.
I can't believe
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is known. I think it's time I told you the whole story of
the truth, and your words are usual.
Dirge's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secret.
Then it is time for you to tell me of your...
There was a great gem market here in Westmarch. I spend many a carefully. I will never again see all those happy little stalls.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying?
I can't do this anymore.
Someone came for me after all this time.
My friend Hadric heard your voice.
Bloody miracle! Sorry.
Come with me. It's safe up there now.
Duncraig is just death in horror.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
Need more time.
Death will consume all. Rise! Rise!
Please don't tell anyone here that I'm from Kingsport. They're all snobs in West March, and the women won't like me. Assuming any of them are still alive.
Not ready yet. I do not have enough mana.
Some of my men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them.
Needs more time. Not ready yet.
Do you know why this is happening?
Go with your... Need more time. Not ready yet. time. Needs more time. Need more mana. Need more time.
Him. Mother! Where's Mia?
I snuck her out back. Through the bookcase.
In the alley? There are bandits or worse out there!
I thought you abandoned me.
No, dear sister. Never. Come with me now, Mia. Mother will be so happy you're safe.
Not ready yet. This is not the work of the Reapers. You are dead?
Death to the nobles!
What is happening?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
Your city falls to ruins and you plot to overthrow your king? That is unwise.
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
Needs more time.
With all my might!
decent people here, I'd show you how to steal a coin purse without missing a step.
Save my friends. This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is.
Need more time.
King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up.
You must come together as one if you are to have any hope for survival.
But this is our chance to get out from under the king's yoke.
Not ready yet.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
How did you get this?
Let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
needs more time.
Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil.
That Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible, but not for long.
You're right about that.
You have called the darkness down upon yourself, mortal.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
But how?
I am Miriam Jazir, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
It would be wise for you to wait in the Survivor's Enclave. You are not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
I do not have enough mana.
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How is it you know Leah?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
I can't carry anymore. My bags are full. I am returning to town.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And no, he won't go away.
You saved his life. Perhaps he wishes to show you his gratitude.
I am. In fact, I'm going to repay Hadrig by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us. But Victor has his doubts. I don't think he believes.
Only through submitting to Malthus.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
Did it? It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
The answer does not matter. You live now, and that is what is important.
It is not enough. I must discover the truth.
Let us fight this evil together.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
You cannot leave. You are needed here.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
I am sorry for your troubles, and would gladly let you go, but with this city overrun, you will not live long enough to step foot in Kingsport.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need. If there's treasure to...
She saved my brother at Bastion's Gate.
You there, pauper. This diamond ring in exchange for safe passage out of the city?
But Harold, that's my wedding ring.
It's all we have left. Of course, if somebody had thought to grab her jewelry box.
Greater matters call me.
My son's ship docked in Bramwell today. I thought he'd be safe there, but now I hear rumors. Give me a weapon. I need to get to Bramwell.
You are brave, but the risk is too great. I will ask these spirits to watch over your son.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
I only did what must be done.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
I do not need the world to understand. I know what Has this sliver shown you any of its secrets?
No, but it is our only hope of learning Malthael's plan. The answer must be here. I just have to find it. Too many innocents have already died.
You have done well to keep this...
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed, but even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
But a different path called to you.
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Kane. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
The surrounding lands are filled with many settlements. Why do they not aid you?
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No.
Yes, Malthael strikes all across Sanctuary.
Then that is why I hear so many spirits howl.
You'll find no glory here, adventurer. Corpses can't sing your praises.
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
Despite his superstitious views, Rakis ruled as a just and fair king, who was much loved by his people. He was succeeded by his son Corsic, who attempted to eradicate the barbarian tribes of the north. The line of Rakis was broken when Corsic's son Corellan died with no heirs.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? She was so beautiful that Durgis was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgis' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Jealousy is a curse that...
Yes, that was Durgis. Desire was his very...
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
This is not the time.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you will understand.
When I ask these spirits if this death and destruction will end, they are silent. What do your visions say?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why would the spirits keep such knowledge from me?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are so jealous that will never believe you can be happy and content.
I need mana. strike is true.
I must say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are sillier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it?
You know I've never seen her eat.
Perfect strike. Saps when you dig them up and rob them, though.
You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
May I join you?
I heard you were in town, hero. Should have known you'd show up in time for a fight. Keep an eye out. If I know these bastards, they've got reinforcements coming. Well, we've made them angry now, haven't we?
Need more time.
You're just as good as I remember, old friend. I'll be seeing you again soon.
Not ready yet. Needs more time. What made that sound?
That would be Urzael.
Who do you speak of?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
I see. We should return to the Enclave and see what progress Tyrael has made with this sliver. I need to go back.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Some of the angels have gone mad, but I will stop them.
Good.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
This man leads the Templar. Surely he is the root of the Order's evil.
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Fisherais magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those mages died long ago. If they sought revenge, they died without finding it.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time I understood. She said one word. Irena.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Something seems wrong.
Damn it all! The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for.
Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
Edmund!
I share in your grief, Lyndon.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
Do not fault yourself for this. Your brother was killed before we came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
Bring it with you, but we cannot stay.
Lyndon, I grieve for you.
You must not blame yourself, Lyndon. It will change nothing.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are trapped within your own grief.
You think death is the way into your perfect afterlife? You can never understand.
Those who perished without any...
Now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What to another dozen matter?
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
Oh, yes. He was a wise teacher. If he lived today, many other paths might be open.
Could one man make such a difference?
Now is not the time to speak of this. We have a city to save.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is altering the soul stone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to...
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
If we are to stop him, we must know what he plans to do next.
finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
The time for his death has come. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you.
What do you know of this Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Isbel.
It is strange that Malthael did not take your spirit in the tomb of Rakis.
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
But he thinks me one? I stood with angels and fought the beasts of hell.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him, and therefore on the wrong side.
Tyrael, you look to be in agony.
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this.
Such is the way of this world. Only in the unformed land. Do you know why Malthael wants...
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, regardless of what he has become.
He would not have taken it. If only Tyrael had destroyed the Black Soulstone.
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous Soulstones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us.
There was no way. But what will we do when...
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael.
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to...
I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. We couldn't have walked off on its own.
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy.
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight.
I don't feel like talking right now.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patient when the sun set. Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire. He could only watch from below. As she drifted across the ocean, then Zai climbed, silent.
Why was he so determined?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
What do you know of...
Well, he seems to have an affinity for fire. I'd watch out for that if I were you.
I will. Do you know anything?
Urzael was sent to find Malthael by our friend Tyrael. He blames himself for what What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family.
I too left my home and my people.
Nonsense. We veteran often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never...
Today is the day I find out.
Then you must fight to end this deception and make...
I will do it, even if it means going against my...
I will be right here by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
You must be ready for anything.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Asmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud. This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
I cannot carry more. That surprises me.
Really? Do I seem so...
Our time has finally come, and we will...
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
I'm carrying too much.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him. Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men give in to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the... You brought this on yourself, Cormac.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
I am returning to town.
Something for you.
Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order. As if I was not a true...
You had no choice. The Templar used, but now the truth has burned away the lies. You are free to believe in what your heart says is true.
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be...
Thank you. If I remained in that inferno any longer, I surely would have died.
Need more time. Need more time.
I strike at your heart.
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury West March's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
Not ready yet.
The spirits aid me.
Needs more time. This cannot be opened yet.
My curse is on me.
to open this. Need more time. Your death comes. I can't carry anymore. I need to go back.
I don't know that I will ever feel safe again. To know that angels or demons, or who knows what else, can kill thousands of us any time they choose.
The caravan to Kingsport won't be cheap. How much would your dress fetch?
Harold, I've nothing else to wear.
Well, I'm sure there are some curtains lying about.
Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
All that I have said has come to pass. Thanks to your donations, your tribute to our Lord, we have been granted a reprieve. It is a sign from Malthael, an acknowledgement of our repentance. But we must give him an unmistakable sign that we have changed. Give all that you have to ensure your salvation.
Westmarch won't fall so easily. The king must be preparing for a counterattack.
Please do not kill Urzael too quickly. Make him suffer for what he has done.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing.
Try something, will you? This stuff's heavy.
I'm carrying too much.
Magnificent.